Hello, world. Welcome to the Glen Show. On the Glen Show, we talk about total health. We focus on the whole person, the mental, the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual, because true health is way more than just diet and exercise. All of you matter. I'm Glen, author of Living in Total Health, health advocate and educator. And my life's work is about health because I believe that healthy people are more open, more available to give and receive genuine love, are more kind, and are less likely to intentionally harm self or others. And I really believe that my guest believes so too, fingers crossed. So everyone help me welcome Aaron Phillips to the Glen Show.
Hey, thank you for having me, Glen.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here and sharing your story.
You got it.
Before we get to that though,
yes,
please tell the audience what you do.
Well, I do radio. What a
great fit.
Yes, I've been on the air for almost 12 years here in Las Vegas, both regular radio and internet radio, doing a show called Vegas Unwrapped for a long time. And yeah, I love radio, so it's kind of interesting to be on this side of the microphone. So,
well, I think you can handle it.
I'm sure we will.
And by the way, Aaron is a great MC. I had a charity event a few weeks ago, and he was the MC for the gala. He did a great job, stepped it up, added a touch of class and sophistication to the event, and everyone was very pleased with his work.
Thank you.
So if you need someone for an event, please reach out to Aaron.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I'll give you your $10 later for the pitch. But yeah, no, thank you. We had a great time. It was a lot of fun to do that for you.
Good. I'm glad you both
Yes.
could be there. Okay, so tell us about your health journey.
Well, in a nutshell, it started 4.5 years ago. I was diagnosed with a cellulitis attack in my leg. And for those who don't know what that is, that's a bacterial infection. Landed me in the hospital for a total of 17 days, 4 days of diagnostic work at Summerlin Hospital, and then rehab for 13 more, which then brought on my diabetes effectively.
Okay.
I have also stage 2 non-alcoholic fatty liver disease because of my diabetes, which means 45% of my liver does not work.
Okay.
And basically I was tasked with having to lose a lot of weight quickly. And a year ago at this time, I was 339 pounds with a 54 waist. And today I sit in front of you with no diabetes, no high blood pressure, 231 pounds now, and
Okay.
almost a 38 waist. So,
That's awesome.
Yes, thank you.
Round of applause.
A lot of work, but it had to be done.
It had to be done. I'm curious, though, because a lot of people are told by doctors that you need to do this, you need to do that, I recommend this to
Right.
be healthier, and most people don't follow that advice.
Right.
I am a dialysis social worker as well, and I believe that 95% of end-stage renal disease is preventable with education and action before the kidneys die. So what led you to actually follow that advice?
When the doctor said to me about my liver having the issues that it is and the need for dropping the weight, at the time when I started all this, initially, when I first got sick, I was only 49, and I'm only 53 now. But I have a wife, I have twin daughters that are killing it in the world, and the thought of, God forbid, having a liver transplant if my liver completely fails just scared the daylights out of me. And for many years, my wife and I have tried to get healthy, and the opportunity of including gastric sleeve surgery into my ability to lose this weight, or I should say shed the weight. If I lose it, I can find it. I want to shed it and leave it alone, never to come back. And it was just time. This was like Texas Hold'em for me. This was an all-in move to get my health in order. My wife had the same procedure done 12 days after I did, and she's also doing great. So together, we've both given ourselves a chance to live another 50 years and be around to see our family continue to do its thing. So it was a matter of being all in and having to do it. No more excuses, no more choices. Big lifestyle change, but so far so good.
Well done. And I will say that you might have not only added years to your life, but you've added quality.
Yeah, I agree with that because, you know what, I know trouble breathing when you're walking and you don't have the ability, you don't want to get up and do things. Yes. So I totally agree with that, that things have changed.
Being able to touch your toes and tie your own shoes is a privilege.
Yes, that is so true. Tying your shoes and not having to breathe through it or losing breath is great. So it's funny you mention that was a big benchmark for me. I can bend over and tie my shoes without having to pass out. So.
Or fall over
right,
forward.
Exactly.
Well, I first heard Aaron's story in a lead team meeting, and I was touched by the consciousness of every choice you made along your journey. And as I said before, most people just don't do it. I mean, they have family as well and have motivations to do better. They just don't. So was there one thing that really was the impetus for you making the decision, not just making the decision, committing to the decision and putting the action behind the decision?
17 and a half years ago, I lost my mom due to complications of diabetes.
Okay.
Diabetes was 4 generations deep in my family. And I'd always been tested. And the thought, my mom passed at the age of 58. And the thought of losing my life, let alone losing my family and hurting them, that when the doctor walked in when I was in the hospital and told me that my blood sugar that day in the hospital was 225, and welcome to the type 2 diabetes club.
Right.
I knew it was a matter of time for me, and I tried to stonewall it, and I've been tested over the years, but really that fear factor to know what happened to my mom over those years, really was the final straw for me when my wife and I together, and having that accountability partner is critical, and I am more aware of what I'm all about and what I'm doing. And I got to learn a lot more about myself enjoying your book, because talking about the emotions and dealing with everything. So to me, it was just that fear factor, what the diabetes could do to me, having watched my mom lose her life at the age of 58 with complications from diabetes. And that was really the final straw. And as I said before, the scare of a liver transplant, possibly for me, that was it, because I knew my family would not allow me to sit around and wait for that to happen. So something had to give.
Yes.
So
that's a very frightening outlook to when you're, to have end-stage renal disease, to end up on dialysis. And I will say that diabetes and hypertension are the number 1 and 2 causes of kidney failure. So if you are diabetic or you have a family history of diabetes or hypertension, it's really important to get that assessed in you and to deal with it, because if you don't now, it will take control later.
Absolutely. I can't agree with you more. Anytime I hear anybody toying with the idea of getting checked or surgery, and because I belong to a lot of Facebook groups about the gastric surgery, and when I see people posting about, I don't know if I want to do this, I'm not sure, I'm scared, I jump right on it and I share my story and I encourage them to go through it, because it may seem like a bump early, but in the long term, it's well worth it.
It's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. So thank you for that. And we'll jump more into it after this after the quick break. But I want to give you an opportunity to get your own copy of Living in Total Health. It's available on Amazon, and it's also available on my website, livingintotalhealth.com. And if you order it from my website, it will be signed before it ships.
Oh, that's worth the price of admission right there.
Totally. So get your copy and check out our sponsors. We'll be right back. I go to Glen because she specializes in athletic massage, prevention, and healing. I had a situation where I could barely walk with doctors not knowing what was ailing me. Glen was able to fix me in 2 treatments. She has amazing knowledge of the body and treats tennis players' injuries too. I highly recommend her. Phil P. The Massage Advantage offers more than just massage. You get an experience that includes exceptional skills, body mechanics assessment, and education. I, Glen Alex, bring a holistic approach to your muscle health.
Are you looking for someone to provide training to your sales staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas and can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit my website at www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training need.
This is a call for all experienced dietitians, nutritionists, and chefs to join the Feed Glen Challenge. Hi, this is Glen Alex, and my digestive issues have a chokehold on my diet. So I need your help to create a meal plan that has variety, is nourishing, and accommodates my specific needs. So please visit the Living in Total Health Facebook page for more information. Your expertise in the Feed Glen Challenge will be rewarded. Thank you.